of the hotel that we're staying in, and basically what happened is we had an Airbnb booked, but when we got there, the guy who had the key said, you know, we were meant to collect it in a box, and there was no key. So we were like, what are we gonna do? We were kind of all panicking then because we didn't know where we were gonna stay. Basically, we were trying to get a refund. I don't know if we've got it yet, but anyway, it was a disaster. But we found a hotel, luckily, but we can't go into the room yet because it's not ready. So we're getting ready for dinner in the bathroom. So, you know, yeah, so that's the chaos that happened earlier.
After we finished getting ready, we went to this really cool restaurant, and upstairs they had this DJ playing this funky music. And I ordered the chicken and rice, and it was really good. It had also been years since my mom had last come here, so it was nice for her to come back. So this is a quick room tour. It was quite small, but it did the job, and we were kind of glad in the end that we got anywhere to stay.
Here when you go in the bathroom, the bath, shower and towel.
After we went to the restaurant, we came back to the hotel and got ready. This was my outfit. It was like this kind of vintage dress I got in a charity shop, and I wore red lipstick because, you know, we're in Paris, we need to look good. And then we made our way to see the Eiffel Tower.
Day 2.
On our second day, we went to the famous Café de Flore, and it was really nice, but you're really kind of paying for the experience. It was really overpriced and the food wasn't great, but yeah, it was good to be there. I found this gluten-free bakery, which I was over the moon with, because they actually did gluten-free pastries, which is so rare to find, and everything was so nice. I got like this pistachio pastry and another chocolate one. Then we went on this boat trip. It was quite a good way to see the sights all around the city, and yeah, there was lovely bridges, many bridges. Some had statues on them, and they all kind of had their own different flair. And literally there was a tour guide, and he was speaking like 3 different languages at a time, which is a skill in itself, but when it came to the English version, you could not hear any of it. I think it was in general, I think he just wasn't speaking into the mic properly. Didn't learn any of the history, but it was still really fun. Like, I would recommend it in case you don't get to see the full city. At least you get like a view. And when we got off the boat, we got to have this like free ice cream. that came with it. And of course, me being the child I am, I went on the merry-go-round and it was fun for like the first while, but then after a while I really wanted to get up. We headed over to the Notre Dame area, and of course it was still getting done up, so we couldn't see it. But I did get this really nice gluten-free crepe. It was so good. There was all these cute stands with old books and artwork and magazines, and of course we had to check out the Shakespeare and Company bookshop, and it was so cute inside and so well laid out. If you've watched the Before trilogy, you know where this location is from, and I had to buy the screenplay. I like to write and I like poetry, so I got these other books to try. And my mom insisted that I got a photo outside the Chanel shop, and I'm kind of glad I did. And I forgot to mention, I bought this beret and I went back to my hotel room to get ready because I was going to a 1975 concert that evening, which was actually one of the reasons we booked Paris in the first place, because I, on a whim, bought these tickets. But I'm so glad we did, because we never really done a holiday together, just the three girls. But yeah, it was a great night. Of course, as usual. The venue was really good and it was such a great crowd. On our last and final day, we actually got this really nice food, and it was quite cheap for compared to some of the other places. Then we went to check out the Louvre, but it was too packed and the queue was too long, so we just decided to walk around and take some photos. And it was so beautiful, the architecture, the buildings, and I had to get the classic photo. I heard this beautiful cello playing, which honestly made my day. I love people who just play music like this for free. Like, what a treat to my ears. Then we went to this famous cafe. It's quite famous for its hot chocolate, and I love hot chocolate, so I had to try it out. And honestly, I was quite underwhelmed. It was too rich. I could only literally take like a few spoons of it. I luckily actually got a mocha, so it wasn't as intense, but I tried my sister's, which was pure chocolate. You know, I'm a chocolate lover. I'm normally into all that, but for a hot chocolate, I think it was just a bit too much. But otherwise, yeah, it was still nice. Then we went home, and honestly, I think 3 days was the perfect amount. I was really tired after this from all the walking. But yeah, it was a great holiday and one I'll remember. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.